Five Nights at Freddy's series has taken us on a wild ride through haunted pizzerias, possessed animatronics, and nightmarish virtual realities. And yet one game in this series seems to stand apart. FNAF World. On the surface this is a light-hearted RPG, but it feels like a bizarre departure from the dark tone of this series, filled with cute versions of the animatronics and pixelated landscapes. But what if I told you this innocent looking game hides one of the darkest secrets in the entire FNAF universe? What if FNAF World is the key to unlocking deeper lore, specifically for a place known as the Flipside? Hey everyone, it's me Paul and welcome back to FNAF Theory, and today we are diving into a theory that the Flipside might not just be a quirky part of FNAF World. It could be a reflection of something much more significant, a bridge to finally understanding the twisted reality and multiple dimensions that underpin the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, and maybe, just maybe, is connected to the ultimate fate of the characters and souls in this story. Let's begin by breaking down the basics of the Flipside of FNAF World. It's described as an alternate reality that you can cross by interacting with glitches in the game world. The deeper you go, the more fractured and unstable things become. Colours invert, landscapes twist, and you go to the distinct feeling that reality itself is unravelling. It's a game mechanic designed to add layers of exploration. But let's not overlook the importance of the Flipside's representation. It's more than a simple underworld. It's a distorted mirror of the reality above. In FNAF World, Fredbear himself introduces the Flipside with a warning. There is a place where things get lost. It's called the Flipside. A layer beneath the surface of reality. It's a fractured version of the real world. Already we're given some big clues here. The Flipside is presented as a place where things get lost, a place where reality itself becomes fragmented. But what is exactly going on here? Could it be the trapped souls of children? Memories of the tragic events? Or even remnants of something or someone who cannot move on? Now, let's dig a little deeper. While FNAF World is often seen as a non-canon spin-off, it's hard to ignore the fact that many of its core concepts have reappeared in later games. The Flipside, with its glitchy, broken reality, may represent something much larger. The fractured nature of the FNAF universe itself. Yeah, think about this for a second. The FNAF storyline is filled with confusing timelines, alternate realities, and characters who exist in both physical and digital worlds. Throughout the games, we're introduced to the idea of dimensions beyond our understanding, and such as the minigames where the spirits of dead children reside, or the digital dimension in Help Wanted where Glitchtrap, who we all know as William Afton, and it's his digital echo, and it lurks behind the scenes. Could the Flipside be our first glimpse into this fractured multiverse? Perhaps it's just a visual metaphor for the broken state of the reality in Five Nights at Freddy's, where boundaries between life and death and digital existence are blurred. The deeper you travel into the Flipside, the more unstable things become. You encounter increasingly warped versions of familiar environments, and it becomes harder to tell what's real and what's a glitch. In many ways, this mirrors the entire FNAF series, a story full of glitches, ghosts, and hidden truths that are just so out of reach. The Flipside can be a symbolic representation of the fractured state of the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. A world where reality itself is beginning to break down under the weight of its dark secrets. But there is another layer to this theory. What if the Flipside isn't just a glitchy alternate reality? It's also a representation of the afterlife. We know that the FNAF series has been deeply intertwined with the idea of souls being trapped, unable to pass on. In fact, much of the series is built around the concept of spirits lingering within animatronics, tethered it to the physical world by unfinished business. In FNAF World, the flip side could be a visual metaphor. In FNAF World, the flip side could be a visual metaphor for this afterlife, a place where souls reside, stuck between worlds. Think about it here, yeah? If you dive deeper into the flip side, it becomes more dangerous, more twisted, and less recognizable. This could mirror the idea of a purgatory, a space between life and death, where souls are unable to find peace. This idea of a glitchy afterlife becomes even more compelling when we think about later entries in the series. Take Help Wanted for example. Glitchtrap is essentially the digital remnant of William Afton. Living in a fractured, virtual space, he exists outside of the physical world, but just like the flip side. Could the flip sides be where spirits like Glitchtrap reside when they're unable to fully cross over? Could it be the hidden layer where souls of the children are, or even where Afton himself are trapped in endless loops of suffering? This brings us to another important point. If we look at the flip side as a place where reality itself is breaking down, we can begin to see the parallels with Security Breach and Help Wanted, where we see glitches and corrupt digital entities influencing the physical world. In Help Wanted we see the introduction of Glitchtrap, who like the flip side, exists as a glitch in the system, a remnant of William Afton that refuses to die. Glitchtrap's existence as a digital ghost could be another reflection of the flip side's purpose, just as the flip side is an unstable fractured version of reality. Glitchtrap's digital world is an unstable and dangerous place where echoes of the past live on. You know what? Take a drink of alcohol every time you hear the word flip side in this video. The flip side may represent the chaotic mess that results when the boundaries between the physical world and digital worlds blur. But it's a space where memories and souls, and also digital remnants of people like Afton, get trapped, unable to pass on, unable to die. At this point, you might be asking, why do I care so much about the flip side? After all, FNAF World is often viewed as a side game, not even a part of the canon. But the truth is, the themes and ideas presented in FNAF World, especially the concept of the flip side, are echoed later in more canon entries in the series. Security Breach introduces the idea of Vanny, a character who is controlled by Glitchtrap, a digital entity that behaves much like a spirit trap between worlds. We see the influence of Glitchtrap, a digital ghost, seeping into the physical world, controlling Vanny and influencing her actions. In both Help Wanted and Security Breach, we see the idea of alternate realities, glitchy dimensions, and corrupted versions of familiar places, just like the flip side in FNAF World. Could it be that FNAF World was laying the groundwork for these later entries, hinting at the fractured reality long before these ideas were fully realised in the series? The flip side might have seemed like a quirky addition to FNAF World, but in reality it's much more than a representation of the broken glitchy nature of in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. It's a place where reality, memories and souls get lost in a mess of the timeline and dimension, and it may hold the key to understanding the deeper lore that ties the series together. Perhaps the flip side is not just a mechanic in FNAF World, but a glimpse into the true nature of the FNAF multiverse, where life and death collide in a chaotic, broken reality. So the next time you explore the flip side in Five Nights at Freddy's world, remember, it's not just an alternate world, it's a reflection of the chaos that lies beneath. It's the shit that lies beneath the surface of the entire FNAF series. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this theory and want more deep dives into the twisted worlds of Five Nights at Freddy's, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, a world filled with glitches. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this theory and want some more deep dives into the twisted world of Five Nights at Freddy's, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, in a world filled with glitches, nothing is ever truly what it seems. But hey, that's just a theory, a FNAF theory. Thanks for watching.